Good morning, friends. I welcome you all to the introduction about the workshop called Supta, the Dormant. In this workshop, the Supta, we use a trademarked procedure called Tribha. Tribha means three bhas. The first bha is Bhastrika, the second Brahmari, the third Bhagavad Gita. The divinity is present in all of us. Whether we believe it or not, whether we accept it or not, we are all divine beings. But the awareness about the divinity can happen only when we become spiritual. The spirituality is dormant for most of us. Some of us have awakened the divine spirituality within us by a conscious effort or by the trust in a belief system that strengthens us from within. The Supta workshop aims at a spiritual resurgence of individuals by building basic spiritual life skills. In this workshop, we start with an orientation of our thoughts towards the theme. We go on to define a spiritual quotient. Then, we get introduced to the new meditation technique, Saptaki Brahmari, and we learn it too. We conclude the workshop with an activity. The need for spirituality. Spirituality happens to be the simplest solution available to those problems which are present in each and every individual life that we see around us, including our own. We need not be debating on the right or the wrong here, but factually, we camouflage our own lives and selves more often than not. This might be a survival skill for many of us. No one needs to complain. There is a common conflict between being a scientific mind and being a spiritual mind. The scientific community itself acknowledges that science knows only what is tangible, viewable, or hearable. Anything beyond the perception of the five senses, according to science, is non-existent or not acceptable. But in this workshop, the Supta, we try to build an integrated thinking so that spirituality can make use of the goodness of science and science can mature into realizing the true depths of spirituality. So we aim at a scientific spirituality or a practical spirituality. We are not talking about any religion. We are only talking about divine spirituality. We shall have a discussion on some of the most common and ever-existing problems of our circadian life system. We shall then briefly explore the different levels of spirituality and get an understanding of the chakras in the body. Then we learn to practice the deep meditation of Saptaki Brahmari. Like the intelligence quotient, the emotional quotient, now we go on and define a spiritual quotient. The great Deepak Chopra gives a definition for sure, but we here in this workshop try to give you a more simpler but a completely newer definition of spirituality, which is based on the principles of the Bhagavad Gita. And we conclude the workshop with your valuable feedback. The Supta, the workshop. Come and join me. Let us all grow together and align our goal to be spiritual beings for a better society, for a better world, and for a better individual life. And most importantly, a better and a happier human being. Happiness is right here, right now.